The cost of not knowing how to ignore. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In a world where everyone has something to say, where opinions fly faster than facts, where your time, attention, and emotional energy are treated like a public resource, the ability to ignore becomes not just helpful, but essential. Ignoring doesn't mean you hate someone. It means you love yourself enough to protect your peace. It's not coldness, it's clarity. It's not indifference, it's intention. Because here's the truth. The real danger isn't in what others do, but in how easily we let their chaos rent space in our minds, how often we trade serenity for validation, how willing we are to carry burdens that were never ours to hold. So in this video, we're diving deep into 6 types of toxic people you must learn to ignore and, more importantly, how to do it without guilt or second guessing. What you'll learn here isn't just about setting boundaries, it's about reclaiming your power, your focus, and your freedom. Let's begin. 1. The drama queen, turning chaos into a lifestyle. There are people who don't simply live life, they perform it. Every day is a new episode in the soap opera of their existence, and they are always the star. But the catch. They've cast you in a supporting role, unpaid, emotionally exhausted, and without a script. Drama queens thrive on emotional turbulence. If there's no crisis, they'll create one. If there's peace, they'll break it. And if you're not careful, you'll become collateral damage in their need for constant validation and chaos. From the Stoic perspective, Epictetus gives us a powerful reminder. We cannot control others, only how we respond to them. And this is the key. Your reaction is their oxygen. Every time you get pulled into their whirlwind of problems, complaints, and catastrophes, you're not helping them, you're fueling them. They don't want resolution, they want attention. So how do you protect your peace? 1. Set boundaries, firm ones. If they treat you like a 24/7 emotional hotline, it's time to set office hours. You are not on call for chaos. Let them know when you are and aren't available, and stick to it. Consistency is your shield. 2. Stop giving them the stage. Drama requires an audience. When you stop reacting, they lose their spotlight. Don't ask, "Are you okay?" when you know it's bait. Instead, redirect or disengage. Their performance needs applause, don't give it. 3. Replenish yourself. Even short interactions with high-drama people can drain you. Restore your inner stillness with music, meditation, movement, or time in nature. Protect your emotional energy like it's sacred, because it is. 4. When all else fails, withdraw. If you've set boundaries, stayed grounded, and they still hijack your life, step away, quietly. You don't need a grand confrontation. You don't owe them drama. Your exit can be your loudest boundary. Here's the truth. The drama queen isn't evil, they're lost. But your job is not to save them. Your job is to not lose yourself in the process. And that begins the moment you choose peace over performance. 2. The never satisfied person. You are enough, but they'll never see it. There's a certain kind of person who feeds off your constant effort yet never offers acknowledgement in return. No matter how much you give, how often you show up, how hard you try, it's never quite enough. They always find the flaw, the gap, the missed detail, and eventually you begin to believe that maybe you are the problem. You become a professional people pleaser, bending over backwards, sacrificing your time, your peace, and your identity just to earn a smile or avoid disapproval. But here's the harsh truth. If someone refuses to be satisfied, no amount of effort will ever be enough. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, captured it simply. He who seeks to please everyone lives for no one, not even himself. When your self-worth is tethered to someone else's shifting expectations, you lose the very foundation of freedom, inner autonomy. So how do you break this cycle? 1. Ask yourself, is this love or fear? Am I helping this person out of genuine care, or because I'm afraid of being disliked, rejected, or criticized? People-pleasing often masks deeper wounds: fear of abandonment, fear of conflict, fear of being too much or not enough. Awareness is the first step to healing. 2. Reclaim your priorities. Before you say yes, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Is it worth my time and emotional investment? You can't keep giving from an empty cup. Learn to protect your peace with the same energy you once used to chase approval. 3. Learn to say no without a story. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing your boundaries. A simple, respectful no is powerful. It communicates self-respect and invites others to respect you too. 4. Redefine what it means to be kind. Kindness is not self-erasure. It's not becoming smaller so others can feel big. Being kind doesn't mean being compliant, submissive, or endlessly available. Real kindness includes honesty, self-respect, and discernment. Here's what they won't tell you. Sometimes, the person you're trying so hard to please wouldn't even notice if you disappeared, but you would. So stop abandoning yourself to gain the approval of those who wouldn't bleed for you the way you bleed for them. This is your permission to stop overgiving and start reclaiming your value, not because they finally see it, but because you finally do. 3. The dream crusher, the one who mocks your ambition. There's nothing more fragile than a dream in its early stages, and nothing more dangerous to that dream than someone who constantly scoffs at it. These are the people who laugh when you speak about your vision, who raise their eyebrows when you try something new, and who, with a smirk, tell you it's not realistic. They think they're being helpful, but what they're really doing is planting seeds of doubt, and, if you're not careful, those seeds grow into a prison. Sometimes the dream crusher is a close friend, a parent, a co-worker. Sometimes it's someone who once had dreams of their own, but gave up. Now, they wear their cynicism like armor, and they project that failure onto you. But let's be clear, someone else's lack of belief in your dream is not a reflection of your potential, it's a mirror of their fear. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. In the same spirit, if it is not yours, do not carry it. The doubts, the discouragement, the negativity, they belong to them, not to you. So what can you do when someone constantly tries to shrink your vision? 1. Redirect their doubt back to them. When they say, "That's impossible," ask calmly, "Why do you believe that?" Or, "Do you mean impossible for you or for me?" Often, their disbelief is rooted in their own unhealed failures. Make them own their projections. 2. Don't argue, just act. There's no better rebuttal to a skeptic than silent, consistent progress. Let your results do the talking. Build in silence. Celebrate in private. Let your success be your boundary. 3. Do your homework. Be unshakable. Prepare, research, practice. When you know what you're doing and why it matters to you, the noise from the outside becomes irrelevant. Confidence isn't loud, it's deeply rooted. 4. Walk away when necessary. If someone's presence repeatedly poisons your enthusiasm, love yourself enough to create distance, even if it's family, even if it's a long-time friend. Loyalty should never come at the cost of your becoming. You weren't born to shrink so others could feel comfortable. Your dreams are not delusions just because they scare people who stopped dreaming. Every great creator, inventor, and thinker once heard, "That's impossible." And then they made it possible. So here's your permission. Ignore the dream crushers, not with hate, but with peace, not with bitterness, but with boldness. They don't get to write your story, you do. 4. The manipulator, the one who pulls strings while smiling. Not all toxicity shouts. Some of it whispers sweetly in your ear. Manipulators rarely show up as obvious villains. They come disguised as concerned friends, loving partners, helpful colleagues, until you look back and realize your time, your choices, even your thoughts, no longer feel like your own. These are the people who bend reality to serve their needs. They twist your words. They guilt-trip you into doing what they want. They make you feel like you owe them even when they've done nothing for you. And if you resist, suddenly you're the villain. They play the victim flawlessly, turning every confrontation into a performance of hurt feelings. But Stoicism teaches us to look beyond appearances, to examine intentions, to stay centered, to guard our inner fortress. As Epictetus said, no person is free who is not master of themselves, and nothing challenges that mastery like a skilled manipulator. So how do you protect yourself from emotional puppeteers? 1. Stop blaming yourself. Manipulators are experts at making you feel guilty. They want you to question your memory, your intuition, your worth. Don't fall into the trap. Your discomfort around them isn't paranoia, it's your inner wisdom signaling something is off. Trust it. 2. Ask the right questions. Instead of reacting, try reflecting their behavior back at them. Ask, "Does that seem fair to you?" Or, "Why are you asking me to do that?" These questions disrupt their scripts and force them into self-awareness. Often, that's enough to break the spell. 3. Don't rush to respond. Manipulators pressure you to decide now. Don't say, "Let me think about it." That pause creates space. In that space, you find clarity. You begin to hear your own voice again, the one they've tried to silence. 4. Watch for the mask slipping. One of the surest signs of manipulation is inconsistency. They're charming in public, cruel in private. They treat others differently based on what they want. Keep notes mentally or literally. Don't ignore red flags just because they occasionally wave a white one. 5. Create distance even if it hurts. This is the hardest truth. Some people can't love you without controlling you, and if you can't breathe around them without second-guessing your every word, it's time to step back. Detachment isn't betrayal. It's self-preservation. And remember, you're not here to be someone's emotional chess piece. You're not responsible for managing their moods, fulfilling their fantasies, or feeding their ego. Your life is not their playground. The manipulator's power dies the moment you stop dancing to their tune. So take a deep breath, cut the strings, and reclaim your autonomy-own boundary at a time. 5. The shaper, the person who insists you should be someone else. They may come with a smile, they may say it's just concern, but beneath it all, their message is always the same. Who you are is not enough. You should be more like someone else. Maybe it's your parents, still seeing you as the version of yourself from 10 years ago. Maybe it's old friends who feel threatened by your growth. Maybe it's society whispering expectations into your ear. Speak softer, work harder, fit in, don't stand out. Be more agreeable, less emotional, more normal. They don't just criticize you, they attempt to rewrite you. And the tragedy is, if you listen long enough, you might just believe them. But the Stoics had a powerful antidote to this type of emotional erasure. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The approval of others is a weak master." You are not here to live a second-hand life, one that's approved but unlived, praised but hollow. You are not a project, you are a person. So how do you stay grounded when someone keeps trying to reshape you? 1. Stop asking for permission to be yourself. You don't need anyone's validation to own your truth. The minute you start waiting for approval to be who you already are, you hand over the steering wheel of your life. You're not required to live according to their outdated narrative. 2. Let go of the past versions they cling to. Often, people can't accept your growth because it reminds them they haven't grown. Their comfort lies in familiarity. Your transformation threatens that. But your job is not to stay small to make others comfortable. 3. Choose identity over image. Who you are inside matters more than who they think you should be. When your self-worth is rooted in values, not opinions, you become untouchable. Let your character speak louder than their expectations. 4. Ignore opinions that don't understand your journey. The Stoics teach us to be indifferent to the judgments of those who don't walk our path. Seneca said, "Let others live how they please, just make sure you live how you must." You weren't made to meet other people's definitions of success, joy, or fulfillment. 5. Release the need to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone a justification for your choices, your growth, your evolution. Some will misunderstand you. Let them. Some will walk away. Let them. Anyone who truly belongs in your life will recognize your growth, not resist it. Here's the truth. You are not a shapeshifter for their comfort. You are a creator of your own becoming. And if someone can only accept the edited version of you, it's okay to leave them behind. You are not too much. You are not too different. You are not wrong for changing. You are simply no longer available for a life that asks you to apologize for becoming more you. 6. The unforgiving one, the person who chains you to your past. There's a particular kind of pain that doesn't come from your mistake itself, but from the way someone else refuses to let it go. No matter how much you've grown, no matter how deeply you've apologized or how intentionally you've changed, this person keeps pulling you back into your own history. Like a jailer with the only key, they constantly remind you of who you were, not who you've become. They don't see your evolution. They only see your error. They don't offer understanding. They weaponize memory. And if you're not careful, you begin to shrink, not just from guilt, but from the slow erosion of your belief in your ability to redeem yourself. But here's what the Stoics knew. The past cannot be changed, but your relationship with it can. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." In other words, the past must end for the present to truly begin. So how do you deal with those who refuse to forgive you? 1. Start by forgiving yourself. The harshest judge often lives in your own mind. You may have said sorry 1,000 times out loud, but have you said it once deeply, inwardly, with compassion? Self-forgiveness isn't denial. It's accountability mixed with humanity. You made a mistake. You're human. You learned. You changed. That's growth. That's redemption. 2. Practice self-love through action. Stop trying to prove your worth to people who refuse to update their version of you. Instead, show up for yourself. Build something new. Cultivate peace. Do good. Live well. Not to impress them, but to honor the future they refuse to see. 3. Learn the wisdom of letting go. Some people don't actually want healing. They want control. They keep your mistakes alive because it gives them power. It keeps you in a position of guilt and them in a position of moral superiority. Recognize this dynamic and walk away from it. 4. Understand that their forgiveness is not required for your freedom. Freedom is internal. It's the ability to move forward even when others choose to stay behind. If someone insists on seeing you only through the lens of who you were, that's no longer your burden. That's their blindness. 5. Transform regret into resolve. Every scar has a story, but your story isn't over. Take the lesson from the pain and then leave the pain behind. You are not defined by your worst moment. You are refined by how you responded to it. Remember, choosing to ignore someone who constantly holds your past against you doesn't make you cruel. It makes you conscious. It means you're choosing your healing over their need to keep you broken. So walk forward, gently, firmly, unapologetically. You've carried that weight long enough. Now it's time to let it go and leave them and your former self behind. Conclusion. You don't need a reason to walk away from what drains you. You don't owe anyone your exhaustion. You don't owe explanations for choosing peace. And most importantly, you don't need permission to protect your energy from people who constantly deplete it. As the old saying goes, you'll never satisfy someone who is committed to misunderstanding you. So stop living like you owe someone your silence, your guilt, your compliance. Choosing to ignore the noise, the drama, the manipulation, the criticism, it isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's an act of strength to step back from what disturbs your inner calm. Each time you distance yourself from what's toxic, you move closer to who you were truly meant to be. So here's a question for you. Which type of person from this list have you had to walk away from? Is there someone you're still struggling to let go of? We'd love to hear your story in the comments below. Your journey might be the very thing someone else needs to hear today. If this video resonated with you, if it made you pause, reflect, or breathe a little deeper, please hit the like button, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to The Stoic Habit for more insights on how to build a stronger mind and a freer life. And always remember, you are allowed to choose peace over people. You are allowed to protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is.